Greetings, everybody, and welcome to Just an Army channel. If you're new, please like, subscribe, and share. Today, we are going to discuss the dropping of Star Trek Picard Season 2. What a dumpster fire. I just don't know where to start on this. This is going to be non-scripted like my other ones and stuff, but the plot for Star Trek Season 2 has been shrouded in mystery. Or at least it was shrouded in mystery. The mystery ends right now with the full trailer, Star Trek, when Q snaps his fingers and reveals everything the entire season will be about. When we last left the cast of Star Trek Picard, they were just sort of wandering off. Jean-Luc Picard had been turned into a robot that would not be at all like a robot for no reason. At least one of the primary cast have murdered someone, and no one seemed to care. Also, we were supposed to pretend not to notice that the show never explained what happened to Narek. There's a lot. It seems like Season 1 is just basically a standalone and doesn't go forth in any fashion in Season 2. But the Season 2 trailer suggests the show will now ignore most of that, which I just stated, which is a good idea. I don't know about that. Instead, they're going with the idea that Q's trial of humanity never ended. And this whole idea of bringing back Q, and now they're going to bring back the Borg Queen, is just so predictable. I mean, come on, people, come up with something. You know, these people are just not inventive at all. Season 2 picks up where Star Trek Generation left off, exactly the kind of idea Picard should be exploring. What it shouldn't be exploring is the modern era of the USA. Yes, and get this, it's going to be set in the year 2021, and they're going back in time to stop fascism from rising. Yeah, okay, we know where that's going, which seems to be where almost the entire season will be set, which is pretty darn lazy if you ask me. Why set it in that area? I'm sure a lot of it has to do with making some kind of heavy-handed political point. As Sir Patrick Stewart has insisted they do as a condition as his participation, but it's hard to not think it's also not a product of kind of laziness that made Star Trek Picard Season 1 the worst production ever in Star Trek history, next to probably Discovery. Use time travel to set your futuristic sci-fi show in modern times only when you're trying to save money on a budget. It's easier and cheaper to just walk around the streets of Vancouver film than it is to build something gigantic, futuristic set, or render a CGI Borg cube for everyone to run around in. It feels cheap. This is lazy. We all know that. Season 1 was lazy as well, too. It had no cohesion. It was just a dumpster fire, like I said. Oh, and by the way, Star Trek Picard is one of the most expensive Star Trek series ever produced. $9 million a freaking episode, to be precise. But at least Q is back, right? Are you ready for that? Do we really want Q to be back? And stuff? It just blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you got to be freaking kidding me. This is just pure laziness. And then we have this introduction of, yet again, the Borg, the big bad, apparently is somehow intertwined in this and stuff, and yet 7 of 9 temporarily became the Queen. You know what I'm saying? These people are just nothing but predictable. Star Trek is just a former shell of itself, and rolling out Q to rolling out the Borg yet again, or at least the Borg Queen and stuff and all that, and running around probably looking for a magical MacGuffin that is so famous for under the J.J. Abrams umbrella, as we know. And it's just pure laziness and stuff. These people should be taken away from the franchise as much as possible and all that. But what I'm saying is, are we coming back to why are we using Q? Why are we bringing the Borg back? Q was responsible for introducing the Borg and stuff and all that way ahead of time and all that. But does this have to do with Q? Does it have to do with the Borg? No doubt it is. Q can essentially create anything, a reality, real or not. But the Borg are a part of you know, Picard was a Borg. You know, after being assimilated in TNG as Locutus, he will always be a Borg. You know, have Borg components, but now he's an android. So where does that lay? How does that work? And then you've got this idea that the Queen has always been out for perfection. That the Borg Queen would want Picard now, or Seven of Nine, because I always had this thought that Seven of Nine to be a future queen, even in the manner that she became on for the short time in season 1, which I thought was so freaking cool. At the same time, 7 of 9 was something that the queen always wanted, but we never knew why. But it was implied in many ways. But where does this go? How does it connect with Picard, 7 of 9, or does 7 of 9 have anything to do with any of it? Or is this just an attempt to take us back to two familiar, popular characters, the Borg and Q? That's what I tend to think it is. This notion, too, that they're taking it back to 2021, there seems to be this political undertone of they've got to stop fascism from rising and all this stuff. Well, that's the notion with regards to with Hollywood today and stuff, and Orange Man bad and all this stuff. So I don't know what to think. Tell me what you think. Do you want me to review it? Let me know. I'm just kind of curious about it, but that's about it. After season 1 was a disaster, but I'm going to leave it here. It's supposed to debut February of 2022. Take care, everybody. Bye.